Hello there. Southland, we need to have a little chat because you've got two candidates down there that are really problematic, and we'll focus on one first. We'll focus on Jaspreet Boparai. Jaspreet here is actually a regular contributor to Voices for Freedom with their show Be Kind, Be Blind, which seems to be like a call saying kindness is a disability of some sort. Yeah, it's a good place to start, isn't it? Jaspreet doesn't quite understand things like the Bill of Rights and how every act has built into it certain criteria that you have to follow for that act to be enabled. You know, things like freedom of association as long as it doesn't turn violent. Of course, she's a big fan of the WEF theory that they're secretly Nazis trying to run the world, and that weather modification is a big conspiracy we should totally be worried about. If we could change the weather that easily, I wouldn't have been stuck in the rain for the last week. Of course, she's a fan of the platform, shocker. Matt King's New Nation Party, shocker. And Groundswell New Zealand, shocker. She doesn't quite understand as well that 500 nurses nationwide are not going to fix the shortage that we've got currently in the health sector, but when have facts ever stopped people? And apparently, being a fan of not being kind, she can't quite understand why the people that support her get so worked up and angry and threatening towards local body authorities as well as other elected officials and people that they don't agree with. Oh yeah, Pauline Hanson fan as well, because who doesn't like her calm, measured way of approaching things like race relations? Oh yeah, and of course, Jordan B. Peterson. Oh, and don't forget, the Great Reset. Of course the Great Reset's in there. Of course. And naturally, Liz Gunn and her Free NZ media are going to be making an appearance on this list as well. In fact, having a look through her public-facing Facebook page, she's pretty much fallen down every rabbit hole conspiracy theory that there is, and it's not really that much of a surprise. And of course, one of the conspiracies is wrapped around this guy who was done for sabotage down in Taupo. And the reason for that, the reason it's kept quiet and no details are out there, is because the Ministry of Justice has a really big concern that it would lead to copycat crimes. Now, sabotage is actually a really old criminal law that was put on the books during World War II to stop people selling secrets to foreign powers. Jaspreet's actually looking for two different positions in Southland at the moment. The first is the Tuatapere Te Waiwai Community Board, and the other is the Wairau Aparima Ward for the local council. So super easy. All you have to do is Google her name, and you'll see exactly why she is not fit to be able to hold these positions, because critical thinking and decision making aren't really her strong points.